Coming up next is Lake versus Hilltop. Get ready for a showdown of synaptic supremacy. Only one team can leave victorious. Who's it going to be? Hilltop, Lake, Hilltop, Lake, Hilltop, Lake. Don't know. Only one way to find out. BGSU's Brain Game starts right now. And welcome to BGSU Brain Game. It is Lake versus Hilltop. Let's meet our teams. Starting off with Lake, tell us who you are.
I'm Caleb Herman. To my left is Brian Zhang. To my right is Zachary Bushman.
And who are you coached by?
Miss Bizzoli.
All right, and now we have Hilltop. Tell us who you are.
I am Ian Hoffman. To my left is Maggie Wheeler, and to my right is Jimmy Bell, and we are coached by Mrs. Abby Smith.
All right, welcome to both of our teams. We're going to start things off in the toss-up round. All questions in this round, 10 points, no deduction for an incorrect answer. You may confer before buzzing in, and you can steal a question in this round. Lake, Hilltop, your toss-up round starts right now. Following World War II, which military leader's plan, dubbed the General Order 1, created an artificial line at the 38th parallel in Korea? That would be Lake. Caleb.
Truman.
Incorrect. Hilltop, would you like to steal? That would be Hilltop. Ian.
Stalin.
Incorrect. Douglas MacArthur is who we needed there. During the Middle Ages, this type of contest consisted of two warriors mounted on horseback. That would be Hilltop. Ian.
Jousting.
Jousting is what we were looking for there. In Spanish-speaking nations, what word is used as a courtesy title for a girl or young woman who is unmarried? That would be Hilltop. Maggie.
Senorita.
Senorita, yes. Identify the chemical element that currently has the highest atomic mass and highest atomic number of 118. That would be Lake. Zach.
Afghanistan.
Excuse me?
Oganesson.
Incorrect. Hilltop, would you like to steal? That would be Ian.
Einsteinium.
Incorrect. Unonactium is what we needed there. In an atom, which two of the components are the most massive? That would be Lake. Caleb.
The proton and the neutron.
Correct. Identify the famous trade road. That would be Lake. Caleb.
The Silk Road.
That is what we were looking for, yes. In the dictionary, this symbol looks like an upside-down E and is used to designate the soft or neutral vowel sound heard in unstressed syllables. Give the five-letter noun that begins with an S, which designates this symbol. That would be Hilltop. Jimmy.
Stress.
Incorrect. Lake, would you like to steal? Time. Schwa is what we needed there. Located some 90 miles from the Suez Canal, this structure is considered the last remaining ancient wonder of the world. Name this engineering feat. That would be Lake. Caleb.
The Gardens of Babylon.
Incorrect. Hilltop, would you like to steal? That would be Maggie.
The Giza Pyramids.
Giza Pyramid is correct. On May 6th, 1937, at Naval Air Station Lakehurst, New Jersey, this airship, or that would be Hilltop. Ian.
Hindenburg.
Hindenburg is correct. What kind of musical drama tells a story with words that are sung rather than spoken? One of the best known composers of this type of performance is Verdi. Hilltop. Ian.
Opera.
Opera, yes. That is all 10 questions in the toss-up round. Let's take a look and see where we stand. We have Lake at 20 points, and currently in the lead with 50 points is Hilltop. You're going to want to stick around. Our risk and reward round is coming up next. Stay tuned. Welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Lake 20 points, Hilltop 50 points. Looks like we have a little bit of a change for Hilltop. Who's joined your team?
To my left is Jamie Chester.
All right, welcome to you. Lake staying with their lineup from the last round. This is our risk and reward round. Both teams, you will receive the same 9 questions. They are worth 10 points apiece, no deduction for an incorrect answer. However, we have a 10th risk and reward question. We will give you a topic, and you can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments on that question. Of course, an incorrect answer, you're going to lose those numbers of points, or you can just simply decide to pass. That will be up to you. Now, we have Hilltop 50, Lake 20. That means Hilltop, you're sticking around. Lake, you're off to isolation. All right, Hilltop, are you ready for your risk and reward round? Starts right now. Of Mars, Io, Jupiter, Venus, and the Moon, which one has far more volcanic activity than Earth? All right, that would be Hilltop Jimmy.
Venus.
Incorrect. Io is what we needed there. Give the names of the 2 countries that occupy the Scandinavian peninsula. That would be Ian.
Norway and Finland.
Incorrect. Norway and Sweden is what we needed there. Name the lowest lake in the world located between Israel and Jordan. That did he get in time? He did not get in time. Dead Sea is what we needed there. What is a time period of 1,000 years called? That would be Ian.
Millennium.
Millennium is correct. Spell the 9-letter noun beginning with the letters CR that refers to an alternative to casket burial when one passes from life to death. That would be Jamie.
CREMATION, cremation.
Correct. Cremation. Identify the chemical substances that accomplish communication between neurons. That would be Ian.
Nerves.
Incorrect. Neurotransmitters. In mythology, which goddess of the harvest parallels the Roman goddess Circe? That would be Hilltop Jimmy.
Hestia.
Incorrect. Demeter. Vertebrae make up the human spine. In which part of the human body are the cervical vertebrae located? That would be Ian.
Lower back.
Incorrect. Neck. Give the 5-letter verb often used in the sports of volleyball, soccer, or football to indicate a player has hit the ball with great force in a downward direction. That would be Ian.
Spike.
Spike is correct. This is your risk and reward question. It is U.S. geography and history. How much would you like to risk, or would you like to pass?
20.
20 points. All right, 20 points for Hilltop. U.S. geography and history, here we go. Among U.S. states, 4 of them share the designation of Commonwealth. Name any 2 of these. That would be Ian.
Virginia and Maryland.
Incorrect. Virginia, Massachusetts, Kentucky, and Pennsylvania is what we needed there. You're going to lose those 20 points. And that is the end of the risk and reward round for you. It is now time for you to head off to isolation. All right, let's bring back Lake. Welcome back, Lake, from isolation. Are you ready for your risk and reward round? All right, here we go. Of Mars, Io, Jupiter, Venus, and the Moon, which one has far more volcanic activity than Earth?
I would guess Mars.
That would be Lake. Caleb?
Mars.
Incorrect. Io is what we needed there. Give the names of the 2 countries that occupy the Scandinavian peninsula. That would be Lake. Caleb.
Finland and Norway.
Incorrect. Norway and Sweden is what we needed there. Name the lowest lake in the world located between Israel and Jordan. Time, the Dead Sea. What is a time period of 1,000 years called? That would be Lake. Caleb.
Millennium.
Millennium is correct. Spell the 9-letter noun beginning with the letters CR that refers to an alternative to casket burial when one passes from life to death. That would be Lake. Caleb.
CREMATION.
Correct. Cremation. Identify the chemical substances that accomplish communication between neurons.
Sodium and phosphorus.
Caleb.
Sodium and phosphorus.
Incorrect. We needed specifically neurotransmitters there. In mythology, which goddess of the harvest parallels the Roman goddess Circe?
Demeter, I guess, yeah.
That would be Lake. Caleb.
Demeter.
Demeter is correct. Vertebrae make up the human spine. In which part of the human body are the cervical vertebrae located? That would be Lake. Caleb.
The lower back.
Incorrect. The neck. Give the 5-letter verb often used in the sports of volleyball, soccer, or football to indicate a player has hit the ball with great force in a downward direction. That would be Lake. Caleb.
Spike.
Spike the ball. Yes. This is your risk and reward question. The topic is U.S. geography/history. Would you like to risk something, or would you like to just pass?
Yeah, I think we'll pass.
They have chosen to pass. All right, that ends the risk and reward round for you. It is now time to clear our scores, and let's bring back Hilltop. Welcome back, Hilltop. Let's let our teams see where they stand at the end of this risk and reward round. Hilltop went for the risk and reward question. Unfortunately, they got it wrong, lost 20 points, and they now stand at 60 points. Lake elected to pass, and they now stand at 60 points. Well, the plot thickens on this one, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around. Our category rounds coming up next. Deductions start. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. We are tied. Lake at 60, Hilltop at 60 as we move to the category round. But before we do that, Hilltop, you've shuffled the deck on your team again. Tell us who has returned and who has joined your team.
So returning is to my left, Maggie Wheeler, and then new is to my right, Jaden Bowers.
All right, welcome to our new and returning player. Lake staying with their lineup from the last round. This is our category round. This is where the power shifts a little bit to our teams. There are 6 categories to choose from. In each category are questions worth 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 points. But the deductions start right now. The things get a little bit spicier. That's right. If you go for 20, you are risking 20 points. You may confer before buzzing in, not after, and you can steal a question in this round. And hidden somewhere in there is a double or nothing question that may help a team out. All right, we are tied at 60 to 60. We flipped a coin. Hilltop, you get to make the first selection.
World history for 30.
World history for 30 points. Who was the first dictator of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics? Lake. Caleb.
Vladimir Lenin.
Lenin is correct. Lake takes control.
Composers 20.
Composers 20. 20th century Hungarian composer of violin piece music for strings? Bartok. Lake in control.
Solve Me, 20.
Solve Me for 20 points. Janice gets paid every 2 weeks. She works 40 hours a week and makes $15 an hour. Before any taxes are deducted, how much will her paycheck be? Time, $1,200 or $600 per week. Lake in control.
Solve Me, 25.
Solve Me now for 25 points. If x is proportional to y and y equals 15 if x equals 3, what is the value of x if y equals 30? That would be Hilltop. Ian.
6.
6 is correct. Hilltop in control.
All About Canada for 10.
All About Canada for 10 points. Only other nation in the world that has greater land area than Canada. That would be Hilltop. Maggie.
Russia.
Russia is correct. Hilltop in control and now in the lead by 5 points.
Canada for 15.
Canada for 15 points. This is the double or nothing question. This is open to all buzzers. Number of territories that combine with the 10 provinces that make up Canada. Lake, Caleb.
6.
Incorrect. Hilltop. That would be Ian.
13.
Incorrect. 3, but no deduction for that question. Hilltop still in control.
World History for 10.
World History for 10 points. What founder of the world's first nursing school was nicknamed the Lady of the Lamp? That would be Hilltop. Maggie.
Nightingale.
Nightingale is correct. And Hilltop in control.
World History 15.
World History for 15 points. The Mongolian goat herder Temujin also went by what other name? That would be Hilltop. Maggie.
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan is correct. All right, Hilltop in control.
World History for 20.
World History for how many?
20.
20. The South China Sea is a part of which ocean? Lake, Caleb.
The Pacific.
Pacific is correct.
Let's go Science PH, 20.
Science PH for how many?
20.
For 20 points. Identify these science terms that begin with the letters pH. What type of cell surrounds and ingests other cells? That would be pH for phagocyte is what we needed there. Lake in control.
International Foods, 20.
International foods for 20 points. Identify each international food based upon the description. The first letter of each correct response will be provided. Bean curd prepared from soybean. Your letter is T. That would be Lake. Caleb.
Tofu.
Tofu is what we were looking for. Lake in control.
How about Solve Me, 30?
Solve Me for 30 points. At 6 o'clock p.m., the temperature in Fargo, North Dakota is 34 degrees. By 12 o'clock a.m., the temperature has fallen to negative 20 degrees. What is the average change in temperature per hour? That would be Lake. Zach.
9 degrees.
Okay, yes. Lake in control.
All right, Composers, 25.
Composers for 25 points. 19th century French composer who created the opera Carmen. Time. Bizet is what we needed there. Lake still in control.
International Food, 25.
International foods for 25 points. Italian ham that has been seasoned, salt cured, and air dried. The letter is P. That would be Hilltop. Ian?
Pastrami.
Incorrect. Lake, would you like to steal? They get the option to steal here. 5 seconds.
No.
They say no. Prosciutto is what we needed there. All right, let's take a look at our score. We have Hilltop at 95, and currently in the lead now is Lake with 160 points. While they do have the lead, it's not much of a lead when the Brainstorm Round has questions worth 20 points apiece. Negative 20 points for an incorrect answer. Still anybody's game. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU's Brain Game. We have Hilltop at 95, Lake currently in the lead with 160 points as we head to our Brainstorm Round. Both teams have elected to stay with their lineup from the last round, so we're going to get right to it. In this round, all questions are worth 20 points apiece. Negative 20 points for an incorrect answer. That's right, deductions are still in effect. You may confer before buzzing in, but no stealing. I repeat, no stealing in this round. 3 minutes of brainstorm. Lake, Hilltop, are you ready? Here we go. Babies are born with a soft spot in the middle of the skull to allow the brain, that would be Lake. Zach?
Fontenelle.
Fontenelle is correct. This chef, often seen on public television, can be said to have introduced America to the best of French cooking. Her initials are J.C. That would be Lake. Zach?
Julia Child.
Julia Child is correct. When a bone breaks so that part of it shows through the skin, how is this fracture classified? That would be Lake. Caleb?
Complete fracture?
Incorrect. Compound, and I would also say painful. In the nursery rhyme, who could eat no fat? That would be Jack Sprat. This element's abbreviation is PB. That would be Lake. Zach?
Lead.
Lead is correct. What is the capital of Costa Rica? That would be Hilltop. Maggie?
San Jose.
Correct. Former First Lady and then Senator from New York, also served as Secretary of State under Barack Obama. That would be Hilltop. Ian?
Clinton.
Hillary Clinton. Fast-flowing, narrow air currents found in the atmospheres. That would be Lake. Caleb?
Jet stream.
That is indeed the jet stream is what we were looking for. Xerxes and Darius III were both rulers of which ancient empire that was eventually conquered by Alexander the Great? That would be Lake. Caleb?
Persia.
Persia is correct. When solving a physical science problem, what does the product of mass and velocity equal? That would be Lake. Caleb?
Force.
Incorrect. Momentum is what we needed there. Give the scientific name for the body part known as the windpipe. That would be Hilltop. Ian?
Esophagus.
Incorrect. Trachea is what we needed there. What force exerted by an object must be overcome by effort? That would be Lake. Caleb?
Static friction.
Incorrect. Resistance. In the human body, which framework of bones supports the lower abdomen? Did not get it in time. That would be the pelvis. What author of horror also uses the pen name or pseudonym Richard Bachman? That would be Hilltop. Maggie?
Stephen King.
Stephen King is correct. If you are on, that is the end of our game. Let's take a look at our score. We have Hilltop with 135, and our winner with 180 points is Lake. Let's give both of these teams a big round of applause. In the spirit of sportsmanship, let's meet in the middle, shake hands. We're going to see you at the next BGSU Brain Game.